This is the explanation for the routine ESPalm. ESPalm is a routine that I published originally in my set of lecture notes, Minimal Mentalism 2. And it has a funny story that I want to tell you. Recently, I went to Philadelphia to do my lecture and also to see Kreskin. It was a fantastic experience if you can do it. And obviously, I went with my lecture and I explained ESPalm in my lecture. And in my wallet, which is the minimal wallet, I always carry my 5 ESP cards. And it was funny because I entered to LA and at the customs and the police, everything, the guy from the police asked me what is my purpose of this plane, and I explained to him that I came to see a show and also a lecture. And he asked me a little more, and I told him it was a mind reading show. And he asked me, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yes, I can do it." So he asked me, "Okay, do it." And during that line, people was waiting. So I think, okay, I need to do something effective, something that takes a couple of minutes. And this is what the routine that I showed him. I performed the routine that I explained at the lecture, and it was a very fun experience. So the routine goes like this: you show the 5 ESP symbols to your participant, and you can mix it, and your participant in a moment will take an unconscious decision. So your participant will cut the stack, okay? So it goes like this. So you ask the participant to hold the cards, and participant holds the cards in their hands, but not in this fashion, rather in this fashion. So your participant will show you his right hand, and you will start to do a palm reading. And from that palm reading, you will discern which is the hidden ESP card. So you ask the participant, so you cut in a specific location, and because I feel that you had some creative energy, that you like to take different opinions and perspectives on things, and also I feel that in this moment of life you are having kind of a conflict between two different positions that you need to take over. I think that the symbol that comes to you is the cross, and you show, and it is exactly the one that you have on bottom. And then you continue your reading and you close the experience. ESPalm is very simple, very effective, and very credible, and I love that. The inspiration for this is Paul Boudini's Hands of Destiny, and he was very kind to give me permission to offer my variation, so thanks, Paul. This is kind of different because also use 5 ESP cards, which again utilizes my approach of E5P. If you are interested, you can go to Mentalist Center and get the ebook E5P, or my book Simple Mental, in which you will get me E5P work and everything else. And the method is very interesting because it is flexible enough to let you do whatever you want. I have 2 methods for this, but I will share first one and then the other. As you can see, if you know ESP card work, these cards are stacked in the classic ascendant order. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So I apparently shuffled the stack right, but I didn't. This action reverses 2 times the order, so I have the same order. So now I know the order of the stack. The participant cuts the stack, and thanks to the marks, I can know which is the bottom card, which always will stay hidden. In this case, again, it's the cross. But let's do it again. The participant will cut. I see this mark, which is the circle, so I need to think, okay, what is the card that comes previously from the circle? In this case, it's a star, so it's not the next one, rather the one before. So now I hand the participant the cards. I ask the participant to hold the hand like this, and I start to do palm reading. Now, this is not a video to show you how to do palm reading, but you can learn it from Mentalist Center, from Paul Budini. He's a very good teacher, very simple, 10 steps approaches to palm reading. But I encourage you to study a lot of different sources, but I will give you a very simple routine. You will ask the participant to focus in this, and obviously you will ask him if he knows palmistry. And then in your script, you will shift the theme from the ESP cards to the palmistry. So be conscious about it. You will ask the participant to see the lines that some people say that the lines in our hands and the characteristics of our hand is like our fingerprint. It's unique and we can interpret this as symbols. So you can start with the headline. Sorry, the hard line. Yeah, the hard line is the first one. The second one is the headline. And the third one is the lifeline. Okay? So heart, head, life. You can also interpret the spiritual line or the faith line. Some people call it. Also, you can interpret the length of the fingers. Now, I will not go again deeply into this because you can observe various different characteristics, how the lines interact each other. You can observe the amount of Venus, the type of thumb, the zodiac element. Also, you can find it in the fingers. You can have a lot of possibilities. For example, in my case, I use a ring in my index finger, and that tells me something. You can also study Kenton Knepper. I think that in Wonder Words Volume 1, it has an interesting observation and approach to read fingers. And again, study a lot because you will learn a lot. So you do your reading, and in the process of the reading, because this is not a mind reading routine, okay? This is a reading with an interpretation of the symbols. So again, have that consciously because you need to be congruent with the experience. So you will start your reading and you say, okay, a moment ago you cut the stack, right? And in a way you place a card completely hidden that is between your hands, the one from the bottom, right? So in your script you need to be very precise about the fact that the relation will be about the bottom one. The sight unseen, whatever concept you want to associate to let the participant know that that is the card for his destiny. So in this case, it's a star, right? Because I see the circle in here, so I know this star is in bottom. And then you associate the star with the different statements and constructive implementations that you can create. For example, you can say, I feel that in your near future, you will have several different moments of success. And even success in a way that you didn't recognize before. Some informations and some aspects of your life that for now you can feel that they are obvious, but from now you can open your eyes a little bit to understand that nothing is obvious, right? You can get beautiful moments of bright future with the things that you already have, right? It's just change of perspective. And normally this occurs when the hidden symbol is the star. So now you ask a participant to take the hand off and you turn over and you show the star. Now, this is not the end. This is very important. It's not the end because you don't want to create a too theatrical experience in terms that this is the tada moment. Tada, no. You show very subtle, very casual, and then you continue. Because you know the star means that you need to observe these situations of the future, but also believe in your powerful intuition. And it doesn't matter if you are a man or a woman, you have an intuition and you can develop it. You have all the resources, all the powerful ways, all the powerful opportunities to create something unique. And then you continue with your reading and with your client, participant. So there you have the ESPalm routine. As you can see, a very simple routine, very powerful routine. Just have your 5 ESP cards in your wallet and you're ready to create fantastic miracles for others. So Hope that you can enjoy it. Have a wonderful day.